big streamers that are doing really well.
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, definitely. Glad
Oh,
was
Dov's on
very
there.
fortunate to have him.
Oh, you wave. Okay.
All right, we are live and we got a very special guest today. Going back to back. We had a podcast yesterday, but we have one today on a beautiful Tuesday morning. It's a Tuesday evening for Hirsty here. But yeah, we're really happy to have him here. HIRSTY96, man. How you doing?
Man, how we doing? How we doing? Right, I'm gonna share this in my Discord now, and then hopefully we get some of the people in here.
Yeah, get some live viewers in.
Get some people in here.
Yeah, usually I don't interact with the chat. I'm just focused on the conversation. So they'll just probably just listen, and I know some people
Yeah,
want
no,
to
no,
ask
that's fine.
questions, but
Oh,
you
no
know,
doubt, especially if half
yeah.
of these people come in. We have like a little toxic, toxic friendly banter. To be fair.
Oh gosh. Oh no. But yeah. Um, but how's everything been with the streams and FIFA?
To be honest with you, the streams have been mental, especially the past couple of months. I recently got raided by Foot FG, which completely changed like the streams in general. The streams were doing really good before, like when I started. I got into a pretty good community. Obviously, everyone supports each other. There's quite a few people in it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like the past, I always set myself a goal at the start of the year. I started streaming at the end of January. Set myself a goal of getting to 500 followers by the end of the year. I'm currently
Mm-hmm.
sitting at 760, so I've surpassed that goal. But like I say, I have loads of people like to thank for that. There's loads of people in the community that's helped out and stuff. And like for someone like Foot FG to recognize me on Twitch and then throw out a raid. We've got Rocco's 11 that drops a few raids on the channel. We've got people that constantly help support, jump in, viewing, whether it's lurking or anything like that. So
Right.
the streams have been incredible. But the past couple of months, especially on the back end of FIFA 21 as well, where the game kind of starts to die out, the support's probably been better for me on that front than it was when I first started like
Mm-hmm.
streaming FIFA. But yeah, man, it makes me really excited to start streaming 22 for sure. Because obviously, there's a great community out there that is obviously willing to support me with whatever it is that I'm playing or doing. So yeah, man, it's been incredible.
Yeah, that's great to hear. When did you first start streaming?
So it was end of January this year. And yeah, end of I think mid to end of January. So about what 8 months ago, 9 months ago, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Nice. You could probably hit 1,000 before the end of the
I
year, man.
mean that's the goal. That's the goal. I
Uh-huh.
mean, to be fair, it's all baby steps though. I don't want to overdo it and like try and like stream so much that I gas myself out and then I don't start enjoying it anymore. But I always see this as a hobby instead of anything
Yeah.
else. It's something I enjoy doing. I
Yeah.
wake up and I'm just like, oh yes, I get to stream today. I enjoy it. I don't get up and just like, oh, I've got to do this today. Make it act like a job when it's not a job. It's something I enjoy doing. I love playing video games. I love interacting with people. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely get that. How often you streaming these days? Like in a
Um,
week span?
yeah, I mean it varies to be fair, because obviously with my work as well, I've got I tend to stream at least 4 times a week, but I've been recently doing five. I don't really want to do more than five, just because again, I also want to have that work-life balance and
Yeah.
kind of obviously I don't just want to be stuck to my computer screen playing
Mm-hmm.
video games for 7 days a week. As much as I'd love that, there's also other things to do out there. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I tend 4 days a week at least. But I've been trying to do five, and especially recently, obviously like playing new
Mm-hmm.
stuff and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. When when you look at FIFA 21, I mean, this is the end pretty much. What are your thoughts on the game?
Uh, I mean, it's definitely died out now. But I don't know. I feel like it wasn't as bad as what a lot of people was making it out to be.
Okay.
It had its lows, but it also had a lot, like the content wise of this FIFA was unbelievable. The amount of stuff that they brought out were especially towards the end. I know it's like the end of the game and not many people want to play it, but it's what brought a lot of people back to the game towards the end because loads of people are still playing it today when the new FIFA's coming out on like an early trial tomorrow, which tells you a lot about the content of this game, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like cards that you'd never be able to complete, everyone's been able to complete and enjoy using. So it's yeah, I think content gameplay wise very debatable, but I guess that I mean for me it's a cross of the game being a joke and me just being rubbish. But that's that's what it is.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like to be able to use some of the cards that I've actually had that I've never been able to experience on previous FIFAs, for me makes it one of the best content wise for sure.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I mean, I feel like after Tots, I mean, there was a bit of a drop off. People have been saying like the game has been dead, but the content that they release with like the FOF, PTG, the
Oh
Summer
yeah, for
Stars,
sure.
yeah, those were crazy cards, and I really enjoyed playing with some of those
Oh yeah,
cards
for
that they
sure. That's what I
released.
mean. And you're now able to complete those sort of cards or go out and buy one of those cards because of the content that they've dropped have made it so realistic for you to be able to use those cards and get them. That's what for me has made it more enjoyable because I know it's the end of the game, but like I've been able to use moments Hullet, 99 Kante, that SBC Ronaldo, and I'd never be able to use those cards in previous FIFAs because I'd never have the coins or the like anything to be able to do that. But like the
Yeah,
content that they
right,
brought out has made it a lot more accessible for everyone to use the cards that they like, you know?
right. Yeah, I also felt like for me for 21, like it was like that whole year I felt like I had the chance to play with pretty much everyone I wanted to.
Oh yeah,
And yeah,
100%.
it was cool. Yeah, it was cool just to try out different players because that's something I was doing towards the end of FIFA 21 because there wasn't really much to play for other than trying out players that I couldn't afford earlier in the game.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, my team like a couple of months ago was awful, but then as soon as they started clawing people back into the game with the content that they brought out, I mean, I even played weekend league this weekend, which I didn't think I'd ever do again this FIFA. But
Uh huh.
yeah,
What do you usually get on Weekend League?
um, I mean, I call myself a gold free merchant quite a lot because I am, but I get the occasional gold too. I'd
Yeah.
have really liked to hit gold one before the end of this game, but unfortunately, I'm not at that level yet. But
Mm,
FIFA 22, that's where I'm reaching gold one.
for sure. Yeah, definitely. Is
100%. I'm going to do everything in my power to reach gold one in FIFA 22. It's about time I reach it.
That's awesome. Is that your only goal for 22?
I mean, for the thing is, I'm not going to spend any. I'm going to do like a road to glory. So I'm not going to spend any money on the game. For me, I enjoy having to grind. So I enjoy if they bring a card out on objectives or on SBCs and I have to grind towards it. I enjoy that aspect because it gives me a reason to play the game. It gives me something to look forward to. Of course, like obviously, it's always good like spending money and getting packs, and then you get like a really nice team to start off with, so you don't have to do the grind, which would have been great. But personally, I'm just going to try and do it a harder way. But I'm more look forward to that aspect of it. I like grinding. I like literally trying to get the best team by grinding 24, well 7, if that is what it is. But hopefully that's what I'll do because I'm going to do it on both Xbox and PlayStation as well this year. But I'm going
Okay.
to mainly focus on Xbox than I am PlayStation. PlayStation, I'm just going to do, you know, like when Icon Swaps comes out and just have a play around with it a little bit. As Xbox, I'm really going to focus my attention onto that side of things.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So with both of those accounts, I mean, what do you want to do with the PS one? Is it more or less the same or?
Pretty much, pretty much. I mean, to be fair, I might put bit of money into the PlayStation one because I'm not really going to be spending much time on the PlayStation one. But like again, like when there's easy stuff to grind, like icon swaps or something, you can make a really fun team
Yeah.
by doing stuff like that. And then it'd take me like a little while to do it on PlayStation. It'd be a fun like little stream to start up another like RTG and stuff. But that'll be probably further down the line. To be honest with you, I've mainly got the PlayStation just for pro clubs. If I'm honest, like a lot of the boys
Oh, okay.
play pro clubs, so I've got like both options now. If someone wants to play on PlayStation, I can do either.
Hmm. Yeah. Are you talking about the PS5?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I
Oh,
have got.
okay.
I am going to get both versions of FIFA for both consoles because I know obviously when it comes to clubs, a lot of people haven't been able to get their hands on a PlayStation or an Xbox for like reasons that they can't seem to release them
Hmm.
as of yet. But yeah, obviously there's a lot of people that come into the streams as well that play on PlayStation, so it makes it fair that I can play clubs with those guys as well as the Xbox community as well.
Right. Now for the Xbox, do you have the next gen for the Xbox?
Yes, yeah, yeah, I do.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you're one of the few that I
I
know
got
that
very. Do
have.
you know what? I got very, very lucky.
Okay.
The Xbox wasn't as lucky to be fair. I was aware of all the dates that they were coming out and the times they were supposed to be releasing. I went to be honest, I was like a little kid at Christmas. I was waiting up early and just in case they decided to release it early, I was anticipating it kind of. And then it came to the morning, as soon as it turned to the time it was supposed to release, every single website shut down. It was crazy. Xbox website was not letting me on anything. Microsoft website was like, okay, not a chance. And then there was a local store near me that it took me like 20 minutes to get through to them, but eventually I got through and then I managed to get a pre-order, which was very lucky and I'm very grateful for. With the PlayStation, with regards to that, my friend actually got one, and because he got them like alert things when they come into stock, and I've always wanted a PlayStation, so obviously it helped me by looking out if he ever sees them, and then he got it, and then I've just pretty much he's getting me in, and I just pretty much gave him the money for it.
Hmm. How how are the Xbox and PS and like in terms of them selling right now? How is it? Is it still like pretty hard to get?
PlayStation seems to be easier to get for some reason. The Series S for the Xbox, so like the obviously the lower generation of the newer consoles,
Hmm.
that's in stock everywhere right now, but
Okay.
nobody wants that version. They want the Series X, not the Series S, which is fair enough. I completely get that. I'd be the exact same. Because obviously the resolution's better, the faster speeds, all that sort of stuff. And if you want a next gen console, you want the next gen console. So
Uh-huh.
it is what it is. But PlayStation, they're around. They're still struggling with sales, I guess. But I mean, I don't know what's wrong on their side for them to still struggle releasing the amount of consoles that needs to be released. To be honest.
Yeah. Is the X is that all in stock too?
The X, I've not seen an X in stock for a while, but I don't know if
Oh,
that's just
okay.
because I've not really been actively looking. But
Okay.
I've just from what I've seen people's posts, but people more want. Well, the people I see mostly want a PlayStation. They do Xbox. That's probably why I've seen more PlayStations than I have Xboxes. To be fair, so for all I know, Xboxes there could be a few out there, but yeah, I've just not really been actively aware of it. If they have.
Hmm. When I've been talking to a lot of FIFA streamers, most of them, I think all of them that I talked to so far have been getting have been wanting to play the PS5 with the
Yeah.
new FIFA coming out, but you're the first one that I heard that got the Xbox Series and
Yeah, I
wants to
mean,
play FIFA on that.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, I've always been Xbox. I had a PlayStation 3, but I've not really touched PlayStation since, to be honest.
Hmm.
But obviously, I wanted, like I say, share plays is such a big thing on PlayStation as well, and I've had a few streams where people have come in and just be like, "Oh, would you like to hold my packs?" And it's another great feature, especially for like the content and like making videos for like YouTube in the future and TikTok or whatever it is that your socials that you use. But obviously, Xbox, I'm just more familiarized with. I know the menus, I know the game, I know how the controls and all that sort of stuff. When it comes to PlayStation, I am still wondering to this day how I work off the stuff that I do on there because I have no idea.
Hmm. When you're playing, have you played 21 on Xbox Series?
21.
Yeah, FIFA 21.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I played it. I played it on both. I've not really played it much on PlayStation. Fair, I probably played like two or three times.
Hmm.
But yeah, Xbox. I've pretty much been playing it since November last year when the console first arrived.
Oh, okay. How is it playing on the Series X?
It's really good. Like the graphics are insane. I mean, there's obviously little animations here and there, which is always nice. It's a nice little touch to the game, but at the end of the day, people want good gameplay. The gameplay is different, but it's not substantial. It's not massive difference. You can obviously, for me, when I first joined Series X, it was a lot slower, but at the same time, for me now, it doesn't feel any different on the one to the Series X. I think it's just because I had to adjust myself to a new console and a new setup kind of thing, like I'd have to do again, obviously, when FIFA 22 comes out.
Hmm. Is the controller slightly different too for the Xbox?
Yeah, yeah. I've got the controller here actually.
Oh,
So the
okay.
controller is pretty much so it's just like this. It's the same, but it's a
Uh-huh.
little bit smaller.
Oh,
It
okay.
doesn't really look it there, but it's a tiny bit smaller than the old Xbox, but it's pretty much an identical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As I know,
Um,
PlayStation's changed a lot, hasn't it? Their controller is
yeah.
insanely different.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but what I hear is like the gameplay for Xbox is a lot better than PS. Would you say that's the case?
It depends who you ask, if I'm honest.
Okay.
I mean, for me, I am an Xbox player, so I'd say Xbox, but that's probably me being biased.
Mm-hmm.
I have played PlayStation, FIFA, and I would 100% say Xbox. But again,
Mm-hmm.
it's because I've probably not really had the time to play PlayStation. I've not really given it a chance. But yeah, that's just my opinion because I'm always going to be Xbox over PlayStation. No disrespect to PlayStation, it's still a great console and the game's great on it. But like me personally, is just it's got to be Xbox for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what I heard is that in the pro scene, they're just gonna use the PS5 console and not the Xbox. I don't know if you heard that, but that's what I heard.
I've heard, yeah, kind of. I've heard. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
just people making it up or if that's an actual thing that's happening. But yeah, I've heard like whispers of that and stuff like that. But I mean, for me wouldn't make sense. But then again, I'm not a pro, so I wouldn't really know what's good and what's not with regards to that. To be honest.
Mm-hmm. I guess part of the reason is more people are just getting the PS5 as opposed to the Xbox, and that could be part of the reason. I don't really know,
Yeah,
but
100%. I do think more
yeah,
people have got the PlayStation than they have Xbox.
yeah.
A lot more people seem to be going from Xbox to PlayStation than they are PlayStation to Xbox, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. But I guess so, because FIFA, for me, FIFA's probably got a bigger platform on PlayStation than it has on Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's probably the reason why.
Yeah. Yeah. At all the consoles, I mean, I guess the most people that they have on FIFA is probably PlayStation, right?
100%, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, seeing with the next gen releases, it's interesting. People want to shift towards PlayStation. You already mentioned like they have the share play feature, which is a pretty big feature in terms of FIFA.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
um,
sure.
yeah, I wonder what other reasons why they would gravitate towards PS.
Yeah, it probably just. I mean, obviously that's a factor, but again, like the player base is so much bigger on PlayStation than it is on Xbox. Like you can
Mm-hmm.
just like even if you're on Xbox, you know that Xbox is not as got a big of a base than what PlayStation has when it comes to FIFA. Probably most games, to be honest. But I guess a lot of people have just prefer PlayStation, which is their preference, I guess. But obviously,
Yeah.
I've always gone for Xbox. But like I say, I'm more than happy if I ever have to switch over to PlayStation. Like I do want to improve on PlayStation and get better. Probably try a weekend league or two now. This FIFA probably have an absolute disaster, but it'll be
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Yeah, definitely for
Okay.
sure. Now, do you play any other games besides FIFA?
On stream, not really. Off stream, I've been playing the beta, the Call of Duty beta, recently
Okay.
Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
I play a bit of Rocket League. Been playing Warzone, uh, GTA occasionally. So I play quite a few other games, but yeah, I mean, I mean, recently it's just probably been Vanguard. That's been like the beta. I've been enjoying that. I've been like jumping on with a few other like streamers and stuff like that, and playing that with them.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah, because I was also gonna ask, since you have the Xbox, if there's any good Xbox exclusive games that you play or are anticipating for.
Probably Forza.
Forza.
Forza,
Okay.
yeah, Forza Horizon 5 for sure.
Uh-huh.
Is the game I'm anticipating. I've already got it down because we have something called Game Pass. I don't know if you're on Xbox. Are you on Xbox yourself?
I do have an Xbox, yeah, but
Yeah,
not the
yeah. So
next
they
gen. Yeah.
yeah they have Game Pass. And obviously I have that, so it comes on free like on first day of release on Game Pass. So obviously I've already got it pre-installed and stuff. I'm just waiting for it to come out. It don't come out until November though, but I guess right now wouldn't be a good time for it to be released anyway, because my whole attention is probably going to be onto FIFA
Mm-hmm.
at the start, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Are you do you keep up with like Halo and stuff? Have you ever played
Um,
Halo and
I mean, I've played a game what has been referenced similar to Halo, Splitgate, recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've To be honest, I've not really played Halo. Really for these past couple of years, I've only recently started to get into like first person shooters,
Yeah,
and like try to branch out the games I play, to be honest, because like beforehand, like 2 years ago, it was just FIFA and nothing but FIFA, really, because I didn't
right.
really know any other games. I didn't know how to play any other games. To be honest, with my mindset, I didn't think there was any other games out there. But now, obviously, I've started to branch out. I start to enjoy a bit more of the games, and yeah, for sure. I've played Red Dead 2, played Cyberpunk, played Splitgate, Call of Duty, Battlefield. I'm looking forward to that. And it's yeah, there's loads of other games now that I'm definitely like looking forward to, not just FIFA.
For sure, definitely. Um, yeah, because Halo's a big Xbox exclusive game, so I was just curious on asking like any updates.
Is Halo one of your games? Yeah,
You know what? I played Halo 5. I played it for a bit on Xbox and it was pretty fun to play. So I
yeah,
feel like if the new one comes out, that's gonna be pretty big for
yeah.
Xbox guys.
It's kind of. I remember when they first announced it, but it lost its anticipation a bit because of the fact that the graphics didn't look great, because it was meant to be a next gen exclusive, weren't it? It meant to come out with the Xbox Series X, but the graphics kind of disappointed a lot of people. I mean,
Mhm.
personally, I wouldn't know what a Halo looks like, good or bad, but
Mhm.
and then it got delayed by about a year. Well, yeah, it's been about a year now. So, but yeah, I know Halo is a massive game for the Xbox franchise for sure.
For sure. Yeah. So, I would think once they come out with that, they might like implement a BR system, a BR game mode,
Yeah,
like Warzone
yeah.
and stuff. So,
I mean, yeah, if they do that, I'd definitely be interested. I do love a battle royale, to be fair.
exactly. So, I,
Yeah,
I
for
would I
sure.
would think if they did release it, they would implement that.
It seems to be the way to go for a lot of games now, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Um, so for 22, any expectations, any thoughts since the game is gonna come out? Do you have EA Play? Are you gonna play it tomorrow when it comes out?
Yes, I am. I'm working, unfortunately, when the game, unless it gets released at midnight tonight, which I'm hearing rumors. If it is, then I'm 100% firing the stream up in about 4 hours when it all get
Mm-hmm.
released. But if
Yeah.
not, because past years, it gets released like 4 to 6 p.m. Our time. So obviously, it might just have to. I might have to wait a little while, let everyone else try and not watch everyone else's stream and get jealous because I know the content, the game changers have had access to FIFA 22 these past couple of days, and I've been watching their streams, and it's to be fair, it's made me more excited for the game if I'm honest. Which usually doesn't, but I think it's different this year because I'm streaming. I've never streamed like a start of a FIFA before. This is like the first time I'm doing it, so it's kind of that anticipation, the excitement. I'm really looking forward to being able to start like a fresh. Everyone else sees my team at the start. I see my team, and then see. Obviously, we can all see how the team like builds throughout, like together. So, but I'm absolutely buzzing for it. I'm literally like a kid at Christmas, and I can't wait for it to be honest.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Any thoughts on changes that they made? Because it seems like they made a lot of changes, especially in Ultimate Team. I don't know if you play other modes. You told me about pro clubs. Do you play career mode as well, or
Um,
Volta?
I do. I mean, Volta, I've barely touched if I'm honest. I don't really know much of Volta. Career mode, I play on the side sometimes. It's just not like usually it's good to play after like a weekend league or something because
Mm-hmm.
you're completely stressing all weekend with that. It's just nice to
Yeah.
chill out and play a bit of career mode. Pro clubs, I play. To be fair, we've only really played pro clubs for the past probably like two since the end of team of the season. That's when we all started to just like change from ultimate team to pro clubs, and everyone enjoyed it. We brought in a lot of people from streams to come in and join in, and it were a lot of fun. Yeah, we really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, we didn't really get we got to Div One, but we didn't win it. But yeah, it was fun. But obviously, there's a lot of changes to Ultimate Team. I don't really know what to think of them. Foot Champs needed a change, and I hope the change that they provided is definitely the change that they needed. Because I know, obviously, 30 games in a matter of 3 days is a lot to take in for any person, especially when they're as stressful as they are. But when it comes down to it, like I know there's a whole different qualifying process now. You've got like a playoffs, and then you've got the finals, and to be honest, I don't really know like the full details about it, but it looks promising. Hopefully, it does actually provide to be decent. Rivals, I have absolutely no idea what I'm getting myself into when it comes to rivals. But again, it's also the fact that I don't want to. I want to go into a fresh game, discovering things and getting excited by it. Like, oh, I didn't know this was in there. I'm really looking forward to that. Like whole new thing. I've tried not to ruin it myself as much with like reading the pitch notes what FIFA release and stuff. I'd read them briefly, but I wouldn't like full deep dive into it. There's a lot of changes, but I guess it'll just. I think there's only one change that everyone wants, and that's gameplay. And I guess we'll see tomorrow if the gameplay's actually changed or if we're going to be back at square one again.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of changes that they made. You mentioned some like rivals, foot champs, them cutting the games down to 20. Even the reward system's gonna be a bit different. Not just weekly rewards, but at the end of the season they're gonna add additional awards to that. So
Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
see, that
yeah,
was something I didn't really know about, to be honest, like the additional rewards. I knew that I think champs now, when you play your finals games, you pretty much get your rewards straight away, don't you? I
yeah. I also
believe.
heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
which would be pretty cool because it is quite annoying having to wait until Thursday and then get rewards on the Thursday.
Yeah, and then on top of that, at the end of every season, they're gonna release more rewards depending on, I guess, what rank you get. I don't know,
Yeah,
but it's
exactly.
that's pretty interesting. It
Oh yeah, for
seems like a
sure.
lot of changes from 21 to 22 as opposed to 20 to 21.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, it's not having all these changes though, but they need to work really, and I think
hmm
that's what everyone's like excited for because they have made these changes, but at the same time, these changes need to work. If they don't work, then we're back. Like I said, we're back to where we are from FIFA 21 again.
hmm in terms of the gameplay of 22, from what you've seen and heard, what do you think about that?
Say that again, sorry.
What was that?
Say that again, sorry.
Oh,
I didn't quite catch
in
that.
terms of the gameplay, of 22 from what you've seen and what you heard?
Um,
What do you think of that?
I mean, it's not sounding promising, to be honest. I played the beta when the beta came out because I got an invite to that, and it took a bit of getting used to. It's very different to FIFA 21. I know the beta is not the same as the original game, but if it's anything like that, it's going to definitely take people a bit to get used to. I mean, it's the same with every FIFA though. You go in and the gameplay it just feels like a completely different game altogether. Like obviously it is a different game, but like you expect the gameplay just to be similar, but just tweaked a little bit, and it isn't. It's like they've completely changed everything about it. There's some ideas of it what I think can be a bit strange. Like I've heard there's a skilled bridge now, which will be incredibly overpowered. It sounds like. I hope they don't make it that overpowered. And there's like a touch boot, like a running boost or something for a striker and a defender. And I was like, these things could be very overpowered, but
Mm,
hopefully, um, hopefully they have tweaked a lot of the stuff on gameplay because it was the AI defending stuff was getting a bit strange. I know a lot of people got really agitated by it. So hopefully they've fixed it. They've actually listened to the community and the feedback, and they deliver what is. I mean, anything better than what it were last FIFA is a good FIFA for me for sure.
mm-hmm. Yeah, from what I've heard is that some of the changes that people noticed was like the gameplay's a bit slower. It's a bit more
Yeah,
realistic. Um, Goalkeepers are a bit better, and you can move them a bit faster. I've also heard like the finesse shot is like pretty. It's a pretty good move to utilize. Might be a little better than 21. I don't know. Um,
yeah. I've heard that like switching the play is a big thing this FIFA, which is right up my street to be honest, because that is I do that like way too much. I did it a lot on FIFA 21, and obviously you can't really get away with it as much on that game. So I didn't really. I had to try and stop it a bit. But FIFA 20, I was ridiculous at switching the play. Yeah, I just do it all the time, and I love doing it. I don't know what it is. I just like I see a pass, I love making it, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm Paul Pogba, and it turns out I'm not because it goes out of play for a throw or something.
hmm
So hopefully this FIFA it's a bit better.
hmm What do you mean by switching the play?
Like from one end of the field to the
Oh,
other. Do you
okay,
know,
okay,
like from
gotcha,
each side of the pitch, you just like switch it like
gotcha.
completely. Yeah, I do that a lot. So it's
Okay,
and I've heard it's a big thing this FIFA, which I'm excited for.
uh
But at
huh.
the same time, I'm not because it'll put me back into the bad habit of what I did on FIFA 20. Because that's all I
Okay.
used to do.
Oh, okay. Just switching back and forth.
Literally, yeah. But it'd annoy other people as well. Like
Uh
it'd
huh.
annoy me if I was playing against it, to be honest. But because it's me, I can't help it. I love doing it. I love seeing a perfect play where I switch it from one player to the other, and it's just a beautiful pass. But I can't help it
Right.
in it. But FIFA 21 didn't allow that because every time, 9 times out of 10, it'd go out for a throw in. So I wouldn't get away with it as much.
Mm-hmm. You know, in terms of defending, have you noticed like a secondary, like, I don't know what they call it, like a secondary player to switch to, or a secondary,
Um,
I don't know, press? I don't know if that's the same thing, of what I'm talking about.
yeah. That's probably part of the problem, to be fair, though, because like defending for me, defending is probably one of the most damaged things on this game with regards to gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Like the defenders, sometimes you can like have a defender and then another defender will come will come with you and help defend, but then it leaves gap for another player to run straight through. Another time, the deflections, the rebounds, the heavy touches, the common mistakes of a 95 rated centre back, what they should not be making, make way too frequently, and it becomes again, it's just that's what frustrates me on this game. You're not going to see a player like Van Dijk make 3 or 4 heavy touches in one game when he's an 89 rated player, 90 rated player against a 60 rated striker. But because it's FIFA, they tend to do that. And it feels like they're giving that other person an advantage a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what the defensive side of things, why people get so frustrated, because it is ridiculous. Obviously, it's part you, but at the same time, it just doesn't feel like you're getting any help with the game. Like, it is a game at the end of the day. You still need the game to react to your responses, and it doesn't at times, and that's what is frustrating for a lot of people, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so there's a lot of changes that are gonna be made from that transition from 21 to 22, and I'm curious what the final draft will be like once the official game comes out. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
100%. Yeah.
because usually what people say too is like the beta is not sometimes doesn't really compare to the actual game. So
Yeah, I mean, this was the first time I ever had a beta, so I have no idea how different it usually is. I know a lot of people did say that the beta is completely different to the full game, but
yeah,
I guess we'll see. I mean, the menus and everything was the same as what we were on the beta, like the new pack animation and stuff. But obviously, gameplay wise, I do hope I hope it's a bit different than what it was, because I feel like a lot of people will get quite agitated with how the gameplay um, on the beta was, if it is like it is on the full game.
mm-hmm, yeah. I got the beta as well for the first time, but I never got the Ultimate Edition. Did you get the Ultimate one?
I did, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, did you like playing the Ultimate? Was it
Uh,
was it unique or more or less the
yeah, I
same?
mean, at first it was just, I think it was just clubs and kickoff, but then after like so long, they opened every single game mode.
Yeah.
So then I played a bit of Ultimate. They gave me like incredible plays. They gave me info Messi, Ronaldo, like Bruno Fernandez, the best cards in the game. You could they pretty much just gifted them as just to like play around with.
Yeah.
Um, but now I don't know what it was. It was a lot slower. It felt like your players were a bit stiff, like they were stuck in the sand
Mhm.
almost. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just me because it was a new FIFA. It was getting used to it, but I don't know what your opinion was on it. But for me, it just felt like the gameplay. I don't know if you played any of the game. Did you play any of the games on the beta? Did you
A
try it
little
out?
bit. I just played kickoff. Yeah.
Yeah, it just felt like really stiff, like heavy players, like really
Yeah.
fast players felt heavy. And I don't know, like I say, it might just because it was a new game. It's a beta, obviously, and there's a lot of testing and stuff and a lot of changes to be done for it. But if it, I don't know, maybe if it's different, if it's like that, I feel like it might cause a few problems. But I don't know what the people who have played FIFA 22 already think of the gameplay, because I've not really watched when they're playing the game.
Mhm. Yeah, I heard some people say it's like it is a bit slower, it's a bit more realistic, and it's comparable to like Pez.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've never really played PES, if I'm
Mhm.
honest, so I can't really compare on that side of things.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I can't really compare either because I haven't played as well.
Yeah, I mean, I might play PES. He might. I know there's a few other like different football games that are set to be released, aren't they? As
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. So
Yeah,
that'll
we'll
be
see how that
interesting.
goes. Yeah,
But I
indeed.
kind of don't want to play the other football games because I feel like it'll mess up my FIFA gameplay.
Oh, 100%. No, I
Yeah.
get that. But at the same time, I want something good to be released to make FIFA realize that they aren't the only people out there that can make a good football game.
Mhm.
Make them have to listen to us. Make them think, oh, maybe all this time now we've got a competitor, we can up the ante a little bit, make this happen, make that happen. And I feel like that's what will happen if another really good football game gets released. But we'll see what happens with regards to that, because like I said, Pez is only the real competitor, and it doesn't. Like I said, I've not played Pez, so I don't really know.
Yeah. Mhm. Well, for yourself, I mean, do you have any goals going into FIFA 22 for you as a content creator? What you want to do with
Um,
your content?
I mean, I've thought like a few ideas. I really want to get the ball rolling on YouTube and TikTok, to be honest. Because at the minute, my main focus is just Twitch. Because to be honest with you, I came into this and I did not have a clue what I was doing. I wanted to stream and I wanted to interact with people. So it was new. It was like whole new thing for me. I've kind of got used to the Twitch side of things, but I wanna do some research on like how to edit, how to create videos for YouTube. Like, obviously, I watch loads of content creators' videos on YouTube, on Twitch, on TikTok, and trying to take a little bit of that away from every video that they do, and just be like, oh, this would be a good idea, and stuff like that. But like, I've thought a few ideas. Like I say, I just want to get a ball rolling on it. I want to learn more. I want to, by the end of this FIFA, I want to have a really good like community on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, where I and be confident with what I'm uploading. Like, not have a lot of research and have a lot of knowledge of what it is and how to do it, how to upload the great like a good YouTube video, how to make a thumbnail, how to just the basic things. But right now I'm completely clueless with it. But obviously it's something I am 100% going to work hard like to try and learn a bit of. But mainly my focus is right now is just stream FIFA 22 non-stop, and just see what happens, to be fair.
For sure. So probably get to 1K in Twitch, and then in 22
Mate,
somewhere along you
that'd be
start making
incredible.
those YouTube videos.
That Yeah, that'd be incredible. Like, for sure, when I first started streaming, I got quite lucky with regards to getting affiliate, because I knew people around me who I politely asked them, just like, oh, listen, can you just like go into the video while I stream for a little while? And the legends that they are, they all did. They really helped me out, and then I got affiliate, and then and then obviously I started getting like support from other like really nice content creators who I've had the pleasure of like speaking to, and hopefully I get to meet like one day. But like, once you get your foot in the door, you interact with other people. Like I say, you don't see it as a job. I love watching other people's streams. And I love streaming myself. Like, if I when I finish streaming, I see one of the guys on, I'm just like, oh, nice, we'll go raid him. And then I'll sit there for hours just watching their stream, not say anything or anything in the chat, but just do it. And then it's just, I don't know, that's to get to 1K when I anticipated to get to 500 by the end of the year would be incredible. I never expected 1K. And to be honest with you, I didn't think I'd get it. Were like a month or two ago now, I was at like 300, 250, and I'm like, oh, there's no chance I'm getting to 500 at this point. I didn't really push it that much, to be honest. Obviously, another thing I want to do is like my social medias, my Instagram, my Twitter. Also get my name out on there as well, of course. But yeah, like, obviously when I got the invite to the podcast from yourself as well, I'm like, oh, this is a really good opportunity to like, because this is something I've never done before, and I was just like, I'm looking forward to it. It's something new, and this is what I need to do. I need to do things I haven't done before, go outside of my comfort zone, and just explore different things in the whole content creator world, and just see where it takes me, pretty much.
Yeah, I think you summed it up pretty well. Just the beauty of streaming, content creating, having a community, meeting cool people that are willing to support each other, as well as you yourself as an individual branching out and trying out new things where you could really get your name out there, and
Absolutely.
trying to grow your brand pretty much.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's like, obviously when it comes on, you just do it as a thing. I mean, obviously it's everyone's dream to become like a a full-time streamer, a Twitch partner, and all that sort of stuff. But to be honest, I've just met incredible people. I've people coming all the time, and I see it. I automatically see them in the chat, or I see them go live, and it just puts a smile on my face, because honestly, the joy that, obviously it's been a really tough past couple of years for a lot of people with the pandemic, and stuff like that. So obviously streaming for me was a bit of a getaway from that. It was taking my mind off it, playing video games, and also having people to talk to while I'm playing video games. So it was really good in that sense, that it was a really good getaway for people. And it probably isn't just me; it's probably a lot of other people, where they can literally just turn on Twitch, someone that they really enjoy coming in and streaming, and then it's just like, oh, that's great. That's pretty much 3 4 hours of my day just gone like that. But it's good. It's really good because instead of just sitting there doing nothing, I get to enjoy someone's awesome content, or I just like fire up a stream myself and do the exact same thing myself.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And even going back to what you're talking about, getting affiliate pretty easily, it's like that is like one tip for you smaller streamers that want to get into streaming is like you already following people, already getting connected with streamers, and just asking them, hey, can you help me out a bit? Just watch my streams, and then
Yeah,
that'll get you to affiliate real quickly. Because I know some streamers
100.
that done that as well.
100%. To be fair though, I mean, I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult because after the affiliate process, I kind of just like hit a speed bump kind of thing, and I didn't really go anywhere for like a couple of months. And then I decided that I just needed to kind of just put my name out there. I made a Discord. I joined other people's Discords. I'd interact in other people's streams. I'd interact with other people's social medias and just get to know people. And obviously they do the same for me. And it just kind of became like friendship starts to like blossom kind of thing out of it. But like I said, I had my partner, I had my flatmate, I had my old schoolmate and stuff like that. I would every time I'd load up a stream, I'd just be like, "Listen, can you just jump in the stream? It'd really help out and stuff like that." So I was really lucky in that sense because I know a lot of people don't have that option of just getting like someone in their household to go and like turn Twitch or make an account and watch them. So I was very lucky in that, but I also think I worked quite hard after that to get to where I am in a sense. But I also know that the community is so supportive. The community I've got myself into is incredible. Like we all support each other. We all help each other out in whatever it is. We're literally like a family on Twitch, and it is it's honestly it's amazing. So I'm really blessed with that, and but that only fuels me more. That just makes me want to do even better. That makes me want to not only get 1K on Twitch right now, but get like YouTube started, get TikTok, start like surpass every expectation that I set myself. And although I'm going to try, of course, I live in a real world, and I know you've got to work hard for these things. So
Yeah.
but we'll see what happens. Like I say, I am going to grind really hard for FIFA 22, not just with Twitch, but like learning about YouTube, learning how to edit, how to design, just little things. But it'll definitely, I feel like if you want to become a full content creator, these are the sort of things that you really need to learn. Because I know plenty of really talented people that are on Twitch, on YouTube, and I just want to do what they can do. I know I probably can't do it at their level, but I'm like, if I know glimpses of that, it's incredible. Like the work that some people come up with in a matter of minutes is like, wow, that's like insane.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I hope, it all works well and eventually you get to do all those things that you've mentioned, man.
I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best for
Yeah.
sure. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, even when I got started with streaming, I wish I knew like more streamers. I wish I watched a bit more of people as opposed to just getting started away because it is pretty tough getting affiliate if you don't know people or you don't know streamers. Because the way you did it, kind of like it's a lot easier than just going right into it without really knowing anybody.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. To be fair though, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was like a few years ago, I had Twitch, but I'd never really try and watch other YouTubers other than like the Castros, the Pie Face,
Mhm.
the Basin. But I didn't really know much of Twitch then. I knew that these people streamed on Twitch, and I just went to watch them on Twitch. I wouldn't go out of my way to then go and like type in a certain like thing for like pro clubs and then find pro club streams and then join them.
Yeah.
But once you get to know Twitch, once you like really go on Twitch and discover what Twitch is, you kind of realize what it's about and like how to support other community or like other content creators and stuff like that. So Yeah, it's like I said. Once I started streaming, and just before I started streaming, I watched a few like the smaller content creators that were really really talented and stuff, and it just made me wanted to do it more. So it was just like I'm just gonna get myself into it. I'm gonna start off because the first like 2 months of my streams, I just streamed straight from my Xbox. I didn't stream on PC. I didn't have a PC. And then I loved it that much. I was like, I'm just going to invest in this. I'm gonna make it like an investment and just go with it. Really, this is something I really want to do. Kind of gave it a trial, and I really enjoyed it. And like I say, I speak to some people who come into the streams on a daily basis, and it's like I've known them for years. So it's really good. It's incredible. Like I say, if you really enjoy it, treat it as a hobby. Don't do it as like a job or anything like that. Treat it as some if it's something you really want to do, you'll love it because it is honestly it's amazing. You're playing video games and you're talking to other people whilst you're playing video games. And for me, there's no better job in the world, to be honest. If it does become a job, so it's yeah, that's all I'd pretty much say. I was quite lucky, but if you interact with other people, yeah, you talk to people, you chat with them, you get to know someone, you get your name out there a bit, and then it starts to kind of just go from there,
For
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah. Have you met anybody in person from Twitch so far?
Um, I mean, one of my best friend pretty much streams as well, called Vexquisite.
Okay.
I work with him. I went to school with him and stuff like that. So he's like really, really close with me. And obviously, I've planned to meet up with other like hopefully next summer. A few like Dolph said he's going to come down to the UK, so it'd be
Okay.
great to if I ever get to meet him. If he does come down, that'd be incredible. But for sure, man, I've even said that I'll go up, and if we can arrange something, I don't mind traveling somewhere and going to meet people. But I'd love to meet all the people that like come and like chat and support the channel for sure. I'd love to because honestly, they're amazing people, and yeah, being able to meet them in person, they'd just be surreal, really.
Yeah. There's obviously like friends that you already know when you got into streaming.
Yeah.
But there is, for me personally, there's two people that I met in person from Twitch. So one being another streamer, he's Dilo. His name is Dilo, or his handle is called the One, and
Okay.
the other one was a modder, one of my mods, and they're around in my vicinity in California. So I think it's kind of cool actually meeting them in person because you interact with them in stream, you chat with them, and then you see them in person, and then you kind of hit off right
Oh yeah,
away. You know?
100%. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Like the thing is as well is like you get so many people coming from different cultures and different backgrounds, and you get to know like it's like a history lesson as well at the same time. Like I get loads of people that come from like America or Canada or like just any part of the world, and you find out stuff that happens there, and then you find out like, oh, I'm going to this place. I'm like, I've never heard of this place. It's like, what is that? And then I found out recently that America has AC units all in the house, and I'm like, where the hell's UK's then? Because I'm still waiting for my AC unit. It's boiling over here. What's happening? But yeah, it's crazy. Like you get to like find out like people. You kind of feel like you know these people on a personal level, really, and
Uh huh.
it's just crazy that like there's such a you don't realize it's such a big world out there that there's so many things you can do and like explore. And then you see like you follow these people on social media, you see them visit other places, and you're like, wow, that's beautiful, that's really nice and stuff. And then so that's another really, really good aspect to streaming. Like you get to find out like new places you've never heard of. You find people that are like from different areas of your country as well, and who like I'm a big football fan. I also see other like football fans that are in the same league as my team's in. So we have like a little like bit of banter back and forth, or just like a little bit of a laugh. And like I started watching MLS football games, which I've never have done before, but because of like I've started to take a liking to it because some of my viewers obviously like they watch MLS and they have a liking for it. I'm just like, oh, you know what, I'll give it a shot, I'll give it a like. And now I'm actually I enjoy watching it. If I miss a game, I'll chuck the highlights on and just watch the highlights. So it's incredible on that aspect as well, that you get to see so many other people's lives pretty much, and how they live, and just see how much of how big of a world it is, how different everything is. So that's another really good aspect of streaming for sure as well.
Yeah, it's a huge plus. That aspect of Twitch is just you're meeting so many people from around the world, and for you to interact with them and to get to know them a little bit about their culture, their background, and for them to get to know
Exactly. Yeah.
you, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty incredible. And even me starting this podcast like 6 months ago, to talk to other streamers, other content creators from all around the world, it's been pretty amazing, and I'm glad I've gotten I started doing this, and hopefully I get to meet more people, more amazing people like yourself, Hirsty,
Thanks
and
for that, bro.
and just yeah, keep it going, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's I'm just me honestly. This next year, I'm really gonna push myself, and just like I say, all these things. If we do this again, next time we do it, I'm gonna make sure I have learned something. I've discovered something new in the
Yeah,
streaming or YouTube world that I didn't know beforehand. So it's exciting because the thing is I like the thinking ahead of, like, I've still got so much to learn, because it gives me, I don't ever want to feel like I know everything. I always want to learn something else. I always want to be given something else, like a task that I need to set myself to do, and then I can set myself. And I'm one of those people, though, that once I'm into something, I can't leave it. I have to go and finish it before I go on to another task. So when it comes to like editing or something like that, I'd have to just, with whatever research it is and whatever I'd have to do, I don't know how it works with the editing, but like once I'm on it, I'll not do anything else. I'll just focus on the editing, and then everything else comes afterwards, pretty much.
yeah, for sure. And like I said before, I hope that all goes well with you achieving your goals and
I
setting
appreciate
out to
that, my
do those
guy.
things. So yeah, man. Just encourage you to keep on going, push forward, and
Yeah, I
creating more
appreciate that.
content.
I'm definitely going to try my best. That's for sure. And I've got great people behind me that help support me and stuff as well, which is always like a bonus and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I'm also looking forward to seeing what other people do. To be honest,
Yeah,
I know there's some incredible potential in the people that I watch that have got in, like, partner is just like the start for potential wise of what I see in some of the people that I watch. And they also like help me, because I'm like, oh, these guys really doing well at this, and then I can like not copy them, but like implement my own thing similar to that as well. So
sure.
it's like one big, like like I said, with regards to like the community, it's like one big family that you all like bounce off of each other. It makes the streams more enjoyable for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a great way to end it here. It's been over an hour, and
Has it been over an hour?
yeah, it's been over an hour already.
Oh my god.
But I think that last part that you said is beautiful. That's a great way to end it, and yeah, man. Just again, thank you for coming through. Really appreciate it.
I
Can
know,
you?
man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Where can people find you on Twitch and your social media?
So HIRSTY95 is pretty much TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter, Instagram. With the two Y's. Obviously, it's the same as what you've put on the stream. So that's just the same handle for everything else, pretty much. But yeah, if anyone's new who hasn't checked them out, please come and check out the streams, the videos. And yeah, man, come vibe with us for sure.
Yes, please do so. I'll drop the links in the description below so you guys can all check them out. But again,
Appreciate that,
Hersey,
bro.
yeah, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you
No,
coming
no, you're
through.
very welcome, man. It was